My name is Augustus Muli. I am the party leader of National Liberal Party, and I am the one who was elected to represent the minority coalition in the Political Parties Liaison Committee to select commissioners for the IEBC. As my colleague here has said, the process has been done properly, in a transparent manner. Everything went well until the party leader of Wiper Party decided that he wanted his own candidate. And the name of the person who had been legally elected was changed overnight. And it's because of that that we've gone to court. And I am happy that the churches are coming out and calling on us, calling on the country, giving an ultimatum that this matter must be solved within 2 weeks. And I'm saying this matter, as my colleague is saying, this has got nothing to do with government. This matter is strictly in Azimio. This is an Azimio matter. And I can confirm that Azimio has tried to sit down, but because some people are so focused on influencing the next IEBC, we are not heading anywhere. And that's why the churches now must come in. I'm happy that they've come in. They must come in and take charge. I know that I was elected by a majority of Wipers in Azimio to represent them. But I want to state today categorically that I am even willing to step down so long as we know that the person who sits in that selection panel is somebody who will serve this country, not somebody who's going to serve some individuals. And this is what I've seen. And that's why I have stuck my guns. This is why I've gone to the highest, to the Court of Appeal. And that's why I'm willing to go even to the Supreme Court to make sure that the person who sits in that selection panel is somebody who will serve this country. I went there and I was voted by a majority because they believe that I am a person of integrity. I am a person who wants to serve this country. But other people have expressed their interest. They want me to step down because they want to put their own people. Somebody who wants to be a presidential candidate, Honorable Kalonzo wants to be a candidate, presidential candidate, and yet he wants to choose his own referees. He wants to choose his own commissioners. And this is where the whole fight is. Let nobody lie to anyone. The person who's been shouting the loudest, calling for the IEBC, is the same person who's stopping the IEBC. The election conducted under the Political Parties Liaison Committee has never been contested. Nobody has gone to say it was not fair. Everything was done properly. But somebody wants, because he thinks he owns this, he owns Ukambani, or he's a kingpin, he thinks he can just dictate. This is what we stand for. We are saying we are not going to accept impunity. I am very happy that the church is coming in, and I, as an individual, as one of the two parties involved, I'm willing to sit down with the churches. I'm willing to listen to the churches. I'm willing to accept the decision of the churches, even as we wait for the High Court appeal. The fight is not, this matter is not about the government. This matter is strictly about Wiper leader wanting to have his own commissioners, wanting to have people who are only loyal to him at the selection panel. And I have said no. I've been selected by a majority by 16 out of 7 parties. I am going to represent them to the end. The only verdict I can accept is that of the courts, or if the churches, if they are giving an ultimatum, if they call us, we talk and we choose people who we really think are going to serve this country. Thank you. Yeah. So, say something.
Good afternoon.
We are here today is because yesterday the church, the NCCK, gave the government 2 weeks within which the process of reconstituting the IEBC should start. Now, we are a little bit concerned and very much concerned that the church is not addressing this message to the right people. The stalemate in the reconstitution of the IEBC has nothing to do with government action. It has everything to do with quarters far from governance. I'm going to give you a laydown of the process that has brought us where we are today. Now, the IEBC, for those who are not in the know, is constituted by a selection panel that is appointed. These are the employers of the commissioners. These are the ones who go and vet the commissioners and send the names to the president for appointment before the names go to parliament. During the NADCO dialogue, a bill was originated from there that led to the formation of a selection panel. Parliamentary Service Commission was given 2 slots. LSK was given 2 slots. Interreligious Council was given 2 slots. ISPAC was given 1 slot. And PPLC, which is an umbrella body of all political parties, was given 3 slots. Those slots within PPLC, one was to go to non-parliamentary parties. These are the parties that do not have members of parliament and do not qualify to be parliamentary parties. The second slot was to go to the minority coalition in government. And the minority coalition in government is Azimio. They were to elect 1 person from among themselves. The third slot was to go to the majority coalition that forms government, which is Kenya Kwanza, as you know it. And this is how the process within PPLC happened. Every political party, every coalition was going to go into a caucus and elect their representative to the selection panel. The IEBC was going to preside over those elections. What I'm saying is that the parties that belong to the parliamentary, to the majority in parliament, were going to apply for positions in the selection panel and present candidates for election. In the non-parliamentary parties, we had 3 candidates: Evans Misati, Lillian Gore, and Amos Mugambi from Nopeu. In the Kenya Kwanza coalition, that is the majority coalition, we had 2 aspirants. That is Benedict Washira from SDP and Nicodemus Bore from UDA. In the minority coalition, which is called Azimio, there were 2 contestants. We had Augustus Muli and we had Koki Muli. 2 Mulis from Mukambani, but from different political parties. Koki Muli is from Wiper Democratic Party. Augustus Muli is from NLP. Now, PPLC, in the month of August, it was August, July, went to Chaka Hotel in Machakos, where those elections were done. In the non-parliamentary cluster, Evans Misati won. In the minority coalition, which is Azimio, 17 political parties out of 23 voted for Augustus Muli, and he won. So he was going to represent Azimio in the selection panel. In the majority coalition, which is Kenya Kwanza, Nicodemus Bori won. So we came out with 3 panelists. Before even the ink could dry on the nomination certificates, Wiper Democratic Party rejected the outcome of the elections. It is important to note that Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka signed the nomination papers for Ambassador Koki Muli, who was contesting under the Azimio cluster. They rejected the win of Augustus Muli and proceeded to try and attempt to block his name from being forwarded to the president for appointment. This resulted in a lot of power play, intrigues, underhand dealings, which ended up in court at the PPDT. Augustus Muli won the case in court at the PPDT. He was declared the valid winner. The same group that was opposing him proceeded to the High Court, where a very strange judgment was issued declaring that Augustus Muli did not qualify even to participate in the elections, yet, because his party was not a parliamentary party. Since then, Augustus Muli has gone to the Court of Appeal, and we believe that justice will be served. Now, where does the government come in this quagmire? Where does the president, whom I'm reading on social media, people saying that, Ruto has refused for the constitution, where does His Excellency President William Ruto come in the stalemate that is happening within the constitution of the IEBC? Nowhere. So my plea, my humble plea to the church, our humble plea is this: please direct that question to Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and Augustus Muli. Call them and sit them down. And you are prayerful men, and you can tell the truth. You will tell who is trying to steal from another. It is very dangerous for this country not to have an IEBC 2 years to elections. Kenyans think that elections are only printing ballot papers, delivering ballot boxes, and casting votes. No. Elections are a complex cycle. Technology development, reviews, and a lot of other things which happen before we go to the ballot box. We even have boundary delimitations. We have people now who have not been represented in county assemblies and the national assemblies for over 2 years because we don't have a commission. I urge the church to speak to His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, who instigated this quagmire, and I am surprised that he purports to be one of the beneficiaries, future beneficiaries of a free and fair elections. How can you be a beneficiary of a free and fair election if you seek to influence the nomination of a selection panel? People are not as clean as we think they are. And it is high time those who are purporting to align themselves with the Gen Zs of this country to realize that we might have a problematic elections because of some characters they are going to bed with. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Rose Mulwa, party leader of Empowerment Liberation Party. I come from Machakos County. As you can see, the lower eastern region is well represented because to the right, Honorable Wambua is from Makueni, he has a party. Honorable Dr. Muli is from Kitui, he is a party leader. And we are here as politicians and the party leaders and the representatives of the people we lead. Now, mine is to say that the Bible tells us, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Today, Kenyans have heard the truth, they have known it, and this is what is happening. We know very well IEBC office is in place, but it lacks what? Commissioners. We have heard commissioners are not in office because of the reason we have said. Why I am here today to support and stand with Dr. Muli and is because other political party leaders, and we are more than 8 or 9, they are blaming us, lower region people, that we are the ones who are bringing a standstill to the selection of the panel of political parties. But today we decided to come and say as it is, speak the truth, and say the cause of the delay. And as you have heard from three of us, and a witness of three, it is correct. The President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, is not a problem. The government of Kenya is not a problem. The problem you have heard, it is what is happening with the person who is coming from the lower region, from our area, from our region. And we feel very ashamed to hold the country hostage. If we can hold this country hostage when we are not even presidents of the country, what if one day we become president of the country? How much more can we do? How much damage can we do to this country? How much hostage can we hold the projects, the plans of this country? And I stand and I tend to agree with the president when he says there are some people who have got spirits which are just condemning or talking negative against the plans and the projects of the government. This is one of the spirits of condemning and delaying and holding hostage the plan of institution of IEBC. So I want to tell the church, as my brother has said, that we are ready to negotiate, we are ready to listen, we are ready, even if the president will call us, we'll go and tell him the truth. He has heard it, and he has got advisors who are listening. We cannot go on always blaming the president, the government, because of our mistakes and our failures. We have to be part and parcel in constituting this IEBC office because we need it. We all know that there are some constitutions, there are counties, there are areas where there is no MCA, there is no MP, and we know the danger. The people in those areas are not being represented, so they have come to stand still. The projects, there is nobody who can speak for them. And what else can we do? We need now to move with speed. And within 2 weeks, we expect whoever is behind all this to come and even apologize to the Kenyans, because Kenyans need apology. And the time has come for Kenyans to speak the truth. We know very well, we had the other day Gen Z. These young people, and some are not young, they know no tribe. And I feel so ashamed to be here because we are here like Kambas, trying to fight a battle caused by a tribesman. It is a shame. Gen Z, they don't know tribe. They don't know they are Kenyans, and we do not condone tribalism. So we are not here just like Kambas we want to say that we are with the Kenyans, and we stand with them, and we know the importance of constituting this IEBC as soon as possible. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. You guys?
My next question is, this is the cause of the delay in the selection package. Do you think this decision is well in terms of saying that the government is the cause of the delay, yet the government is doing the same activity, that the government is the cause of the delay about that?
Yeah, I would like to answer that.